Yo, what's up guys, it's Technology Hell back here. Today we'll be checking on this gaming keyboard which comes from CosmicByte. The model is CB-GK-20 and you can buy it off Amazon easily for rupees 650 to 700. Best buy links in the description itself. We'll be unboxing it and we'll check how is this keyboard so cheap and how this keyboard actually performs and whether you should go and buy this one or not. This keyboard is really lightweight, it weighs around 400 grams and maybe that's the reason why Amazon did not bother giving it any sort of protection. This was the final box that was delivered to my doorstep. The shipping information was stuck on the back side and it had this weird tape on top of it which took me a really good time to take off without damaging the product box. Alright, so getting straight to the box package, don't expect anything much because you are just paying around 700 rupees and you don't get anything premium in this case. The highlights of the keyboard are mentioned on the back side, the USB, the cable and some other details about the RGB, and that's all on the box. Just straight up open it over and inside the box you get your keyboard wrapped inside this protective plastic film. Though there is a separate compartment for the housing of the USB cable, you don't get anything like the product manual, a driver DVD or any sort of merchandise stickers. The first feeling that you get as soon as you take this keyboard out of the box is nothing like exciting or something, but it's something really frightening. How is this keyboard so fucking lightweight? Like, it's hardly 400 grams, it's not even able to sit on top of the other keyboard, it just slips down immediately. Compared to the normal weight of a keyboard, my Redgear Shadow Blade weighs 1.6 kg and this one is just 400 grams. So the build of the keyboard is made out of plastic. It's a membrane based keyboard, not a mechanical one, and despite being a membrane based, it's insanely quiet. Like when you go over for typing, it is comfortable, it is soft for the keys, but it is insanely silent. Absolutely no sound at all. The USB cable that you get is not a braided one, but it is not even the standard rubber cable. It is something a bit different. It has a lined texture on it and it just feels a bit sturdy. So yes, your cables won't wear out within a few months of usage. The USB cable provided isn't a gold plated one, it's just a normal one and does its job. Turning over to the back side of the keyboard, you get the standard height rises which give a rise of around 1.5 centimeters to your keyboard, and on the bottom you have these rubber pads which prevent your keyboard from sliding off on the table. Getting back, this is a membrane based keyboard and therefore it is so lightweight. A mechanical one usually has a metallic base, but a membrane one usually comes with a plastic one. So yes, the switches are made out of membrane and standard plastic keycap and hence they are so quiet. It's my first time trying out a TKL keyboard and it just feels a bit different, like I'm missing out the number pad on the right side. As soon as you plug it in, the RGB turns on. The RGB is not customizable, you can just use the FN plus window key for the Windows key lock. That's the only thing such as gaming feature called in this keyboard. And the RGB modes, it is just that you can level it up or down. It has 3 levels and one of the option is to turn it either on or off. All the switches provided are perfectly backlit, which basically means that the RGB will pass through it and then you can see what's written on the button. The RGB looks decent in the dark light, but it's not so bright when the room lights are turned on. Being a TKL keyboard, it is portable because of its small size and you get extra space for mouse movement. That's all about the product design and the RGB with the keyboard. Now let me just give you a small sound test. So that's all about how this keyboard sounds. In case you are going for your first gaming keyboard or if you want a keyboard that sounds good, let me just give you a few more keyboard sound reference so you can decide whether this one is worth it or not. The sound test went way too expensive. Alright, back to the keyboard. This keyboard is not so loud like the blue switches and not too silent like the laptop keyboards. And it does not sound gross like a cheap mechanical keyboard. It is somewhat better and balanced. The build of the keyboard is really sturdy, so your keyboard won't break down into pieces within a few months. and the circuitry won't get damaged because membrane keyboard circuits don't ever get damaged even if you keep on using them for 10 to 12 years. Apart from that, you get a 1-year on-site warranty, so you can get your product replaced in case you get any issues. So that's all about the keyboard. As per of my personal experience, I used it for roughly 2 months on my secondary system as I needed to connect it and take it off for some external purposes. So yes, it's really portable, lightweight and does its job. Justifying its price, it's really good for 700 rupees. In case you are going for a keyboard and your budget is really low, trust me, go with this keyboard and you won't ever regret your decision. So that's all for this video. If you have any queries regarding this keyboard or any other product you want to buy, drop down in the comments. I'll reply you back ASAP. And if you are new to the channel, stay subscribed as we keep coming up with such videos every week. Thanks for watching.